In my eyes, like everything looks crazy right now.
All right.
Hello and welcome to the Entrefluential Life podcast. My name is John Tanner. I'm your host.
And I'm your co-host, Sebastian Tanner.
Sebastian, how was your day?
It's been good. I worked earlier, and then after that, relaxed for a little bit, and then we went and got a couple things done, did a couple errands.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, it's been a good day, and now we're doing the podcast, and then after this, we're going to go to the gym. So, it's been a busy day, and we still have some things left to do.
All right.
And yeah, but getting stuff done today, so it feels good. It felt good to go to work. It was a good day at work, so
Oh, good.
everything's been good.
Nice.
How about you?
I had a good day at work too. I didn't earn a whole lot. I earned I net $70, but that's okay. Tuesdays are generally really slow. Oh, look.
Yeah, exactly. And you weren't there all day long, anyways.
Yeah.
Who's in here? T-Mac. Oh, is that Adrienne?
Adrian. Yep.
No way,
Yep.
Adrienne. Hey, Adrienne.
All right. So yeah. So it was good. I met some really nice people. That was cool. And then really early this morning, I went with Grandpa. We went to meet with this insurance broker.
Oh, Michaela told me about that.
Yeah, she was like 7:30 this morning, and it went really well. And so
Nice.
Grandpa's gonna look into the videos that he has. And
Yeah.
we're gonna see how it looks. But the idea is that we could put people to work underneath Grandpa to sell insurance products for our real estate clientele.
Yes.
And so he can have a downstream and then make money on every transaction that they do. So it'll be really good for him. So that was a very productive meeting. We went to Dunkin' Donuts down in Barton Park.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was a good meeting.
Got a little coffee.
Yeah, I did.
I could go for a donut. Oh man.
And so and then I just came in. Sorry that we're late, guys, but it was a busy day.
We've had a busy day. Yep. I was trying to get a couple more things for the show, for the lighting. We didn't get to use them yet.
Yeah,
Because there was some other factors that I didn't account for.
some technical difficulties.
Yeah, setting it up. Like I got this reflector for our lights. That way we can have better lighting quality for the episodes.
Yeah.
And we got to figure out how we can set that up, hanging it on the wall.
Oh no, we need to go to Lowe's and buy those lights I told you about. They're like $4, $5.
Oh yes, yes.
And then they have clips on them, so we can hang up from
exactly.
the top.
And we can set up the reflector.
And then we need to do some more lights in the back too. But we're just gonna do the wallpaper too.
Exactly.
So, anyway, we got things that we have plans, man. We got plans.
Yeah, it's a lot to do.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yep. But we can get into the physical tip of the day.
Okay, yeah.
We have the most recent one we did was a back day routine, I believe.
Yeah.
And before that, we did the 7 best shoulder exercises by, I don't even remember their workout account, their Instagram name anymore. But we have another Instagram post workout routine today. This one is by Jiminator, like Terminator, but Jiminator,
Nice.
Jiminator X.
Nice.
And so they posted a chest day routine that I'm going to share with you guys. So it goes like this. They start off with bench press, and they're doing 4 sets of 10 repetitions for each set.
Okay.
And they start off with the bench, and I'll get up and show them these little videos in a little bit, maybe, or
Yeah, it's
we'll
okay.
see.
You don't have
We'll
to.
see.
Yeah.
And then we have the next workout that they have on their routine is to do. It looks like they have this. They're on a bench that's on a decline, and they're doing. It's either on a decline or it's flat. I can't really tell from the video, but they're on a bench and they're doing dumbbell chest flies.
Yeah.
So this one looks like it's a little bit of a decline, and they're doing a chest fly with the dumbbells. And then their next workout that they do is an incline dumbbell chest press.
Oh, that looks good
So
too.
this one, the way it's set up is it looks like it's gonna work a little bit more of your shoulders as well because it's like higher up. That's kind of where I do my shoulder. I'll do my shoulder press at a little bit of a decline on the thing, but technically it's like an incline. This is an incline dumbbell chest press. So for me, the way that they have this set up, I would probably put it a little bit back down more.
Okay.
But that's still an incline press. And then their next workout, which I kind of don't get it, but they have the next one is a machine incline press. So it's the same thing.
It's a chest press.
Exactly. It's another chest press.
It's like
this one's on the bench.
It's like a military press.
Yeah, this one's on the bench.
Yeah.
And then this one is the same thing.
It's pushing forward like this.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
it's an incline.
It's an incline.
It's an incline chest press. Yeah. So they have you do it with dumbbells first for 3 sets at 12 reps, and then next they go to the machine incline press, and they do 3 sets of 15 reps.
Oh my god!
So maybe I can see here like they're increasing the repetition, so maybe so you can get a better burnout for the incline.
That's a lot of chest exercises.
It is
6 chest exercises.
Yeah. So the 5th one we have is with cables. It's 3 sets of 10 reps.
Wow.
And they go to like the cable machine, and they have the 2 cables set up. They put it up high, and then they're doing the chest press going down low. So that one's a good one. And then to end their chest day routine, they have dips. So they're doing 3 sets of dips until failure.
Wow.
And that's their whole.
And that works out your
the
lats
chest day.
as well. It looks like you're working out chest and lats. The rib cage.
It's like it's working out that whole area. And it looks like it's like a
here.
little bit of your tricep too.
What do they call this? Trapezoid?
That's your lat.
Yeah, this is
your
lats.
lats.
This is the trapezoid.
This is the trap.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it's also working your triceps too, doing the dips.
Wow, man. That's a tough, hardcore exercise.
It is. That's their 6 different workouts for their chest day, and that's by Gyminator X.
You want me to show it on the camera?
Yeah. Go show. You can like zoom into the little things and.
Okay. So these are the exercises right here. You can see the first set right there. Then you got the second one right there. Ooh, kind of blurry. Oops. Then you get the third one. Kind of like right there.
There you go.
Then you have the fourth one. Oops.
Which is another incline chest.
I can't make it go bigger. I'm struggling here. Technical difficulties. There's the incline chest press. And then there's the oops. Yeah, technical difficulties here. Not my forte. We're gonna let Sebastian do it next time. Anyways, look, see there's the middle one.
Just, show him the whole thing.
Yeah, those are the exercises there.
There you go.
Here you go.
You can get a little animation. Sorry, guys. I'm only ready for the podcast from the waist up, so I had to show you guys today. We'll keep it real. Yeah.
Wearing shorts on the job.
Yeah, I'm wearing shorts on the job today, guys.
It's
It's
85,
hot,
85 degrees here in Jacksonville, Florida today.
Yeah, and it's
today.
like 76 inside the apartment. I don't know what's going on in here.
Yeah, we need to turn the AC down.
But yeah, so that was. I love showing them those little animations.
I know,
way
they're
they can
fantastic.
see exactly what we're talking about.
Dude, those are so cool. I love looking at
I
that,
like
man.
watching it too, and then
Yeah,
I watch it
oh,
right
that's
here, and
how
I
you
feel
do
like I'm the
exercise.
viewer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That's
then
dope.
you can see the thing. Because eventually, like right now, we don't have the setup yet where I can just record the workout routine and then show them my video. So until that point, we can do these little
These are
things.
great.
They're
These are great
perfect
illustrations.
because
I love those.
it's good to like hear it, and it's another thing
It's
to
a whole.
see it.
It's a different thing to see it.
Because then you see the form and everything
Comes to
like
life.
that. Exactly.
Comes to life. Those illustrations are
Those
fantastic.
are great,
I like this
right?
one.
Yeah.
GIFs,
It highlights the target.
GIFs or GIFs.
GIFs, yeah, and it targets like it shows like it's highlighting the muscle,
The red
that
area.
Yeah.
I know, man. Those are nicely created. Like whoever made those did a great job.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like all of those. We need to keep doing that.
Yeah, I love it. So that's it for the fitness tip of the day, guys. That's the chest day routine by Gyminator X.
Okay.
Instagram.
Gyminator, the Gyminator. Okay, so on
The
the
Gyminator.
Gyminator, I'm like, are you a Gyminator or a Germinator? Don't be a Germinator. Go be a Gyminator.
Oh my
Dude, today
god.
I didn't work out today. I didn't work out yesterday. I didn't work out the day before because it was Sunday. And Sunday's my day of rest. And the last 2 days I had to get up super early to work. So
Well,
tomorrow,
2 days of rest sounds
Dude,
good. Sometimes
3
even 3 is not too bad.
I'm
get back
like,
to it
don't
tomorrow.
go more than 3 days.
Yeah,
because 3 days can turn into 3 weeks, 3 months.
Yeah, I mean,
3
after
years.
you go to 3 days, you're on the 4th day. That's almost a week.
You know,
At that
tomorrow
point,
morning, I'm in
like,
the gym. That's it.
Yeah.
First thing in the morning, tomorrow, I'm in the gym.
But sometimes it is good to get those
couple of days of rest.
Yeah,
So
sometimes
I got 3 days of rest.
You can burn yourself out.
Yeah.
So you know, sometimes it's good because then see how you do tomorrow. Maybe you'll feel stronger when you go tomorrow because
I hope so.
Had rest.
I hope I don't feel weaker because normally when I take 3 days off, like that much time off, or even a day, like a day's okay, but 2 days I feel weak when I go back to the gym. So I hope it doesn't mess me up. What?
Pre-workout.
Pre-workout.
And the creatine.
I'm telling you,
the
I'm
creatine.
I'm
Wait till
definitely
you
gonna
try
try
that.
Is it good? Does it taste good?
It's
Does it have flavor?
It's unflavored, so you just mix it with a flavored thing. I have some
Oh.
I have some drinks in there that have BCAAs. It's Zoa. It's the Rock's energy drink. So it's like that C4.
Oh.
It's got 160 milligrams of natural caffeine.
Oh.
I'm gonna do a little ad for the Rock Johnson right now. So the Zoa Energy, yeah, it has 160 milligrams.
The Rock makes those?
The Rock makes
Are
those.
those for a pre-workout?
It's a pre-workout.
It's a pre-workout.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
it's
an
like a
energy
Korea
drink.
stack.
A Korea stack.
Yeah, creatine, like C4 is a stack.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
4
yeah.
elements. They call it Korea stack.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I never read the thing before.
Yeah.
Korea stack? That
Yeah.
sounds cool.
Yeah.
Because like,
But
okay,
it
so
used to
when
be
you
C3,
take
but then
different
they came out with
supplements.
C4 for ripped, and I'm like,
Oh,
that was
yeah,
awesome. 'Cause,
yeah.
Dude, I used to do that back in
Oh,
2005.
they used to have C3?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That shows you guys I'm new to this stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
C3?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a C3.
Yeah, they used to call it. The first one was called Korea stack. Korea stack, and then they came out with
No way.
it was creatine monohydrate and some other thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was and they called it Korea stack, and then C2, I guess C3, and then
C2,
now,
C3.
and now C4.
It's like the iPhone now.
Yeah,
It's like,
iPhone.
when is C5 gonna come
I
out?
think C14.
The C14 Pro Max. Max the game.
C14 Pro Max, sign me up.
I want my muscles to look 3D.
Oh. Damn, I want my muscles to have muscles.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God, that's
That was good.
That was
That was
fun.
good.
All right, so for the mindset of the day, I'm listening to, I don't know if you can see this, but this is Take Charge of Your Life by Jim Rohn. It's the winner's seminar. This is a 4-hour seminar. I love it. It's got so much great content. And being a Christian podcast, I love that this guy has Bible verses throughout the whole thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
so cool. And I'm like, you know what? People don't even do that anymore. So good for him that he did that. I think he's passed away
That's
but
so cool.
for a while already, but he was great, man. He was great. So anyway, the mindset tip of the day I actually got from him, and he asks in the seminar, he says, "What books are you reading?" He's like, "You've got to be reading books that will give you the skills that you need to do your job."
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's my question. Your mindset tip of the day is make an assessment. Ask yourself, what books are you reading? Are they books that will help you level up your game?
That's a great question because it's like, you're reading all this stuff on your phone all day long.
Yeah.
You don't have time for the gym. You don't have time to go and do this.
Yeah.
But you have time to scroll on your phone and look at all that crap on your phone.
I bet
you're reading on there. What are you reading that's going to benefit yourself?
Yeah.
Like to push yourself further in what you want to do in your industry.
Right. So maybe maybe it's like, oh, well, I just I think it's important to pay attention to see what's happening to, I don't know, pick somebody, pick a celebrity, and I want to see what's going on with the celebrity. Oh, I want to see what's going on with President Trump. All of this stuff is going on. But how is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
but how is that going to help you level up your game?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so really do an assessment of how much time do you spend reading a book that will help you get a skill that would help you do your job better.
Yeah.
And how much time are you spending just scrolling the internet, looking at stuff that is basically just entertainment purposes?
Yeah.
Okay? Or watching Netflix, your favorite TV show.
Yep.
Write down how much time you're spending doing each of those things. And if you're not spending enough time doing the stuff that will help you be more successful and live a richer, fuller life, then you need to ask yourself, is it time for me to make a change? How much do you really want that change?
Yep.
Do you really want the change, or are you just saying you want the change? Right?
Yeah.
You got to do a self-assessment there, right?
Absolutely.
Because people talk the talk, but very few people walk the walk. And if you want to be one of those people that walk the walk, if you want to be one of those people that lives an extraordinary life, you've got to do extraordinary things. And so the first step is gather information, do your research, gather knowledge.
Yep.
And that's where the books come in, because and we're talking about books that will help you level up. We're not talking about reading Romeo and Juliet type books because that's that's entertainment. You know what I mean? And that's okay to do that every now and then. Hey, listen, at 9 o'clock at night when you're going to bed, that's a great time to read that because it'll help you go to sleep. But maybe in the morning when you're getting ready for the day and you're setting up your mind, right, with the right mindset for productivity, maybe reading a book or listening to an audiobook, especially if you're on the treadmill for an hour, that'd be a great time to listen to an audiobook like this, where you can learn some good communication skills and leadership skills that will help you run your business better. If you're going to be, I'm assuming you're going to be an entrepreneur because this is the Entrefluential life. So there's a lot of components about being an entrepreneur. So find some books that will help you be a better entrepreneur.
Yeah, and I like what you said about finding books that will level you up, like get to that next level.
Absolutely.
So it's funny because it reminds me of something I saw. It was a post or a video or something I saw somewhere, or maybe it was even a quote that said something about like the first step is you have to start getting knowledge, and then I forgot exactly what it was. I wish I could remember.
Did it say like apply what you learned?
Like applying the knowledge. Like let's say
first
you get it, and then you apply it in a certain situation. Like that's when it's like now you can use the knowledge that you have like to go through that situation. I forgot.
It reminds me of preparation and opportunity, right?
When preparation meets opportunity, like it's not luck. It's not, that's what it was. It's like luck, there's no luck.
Luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
Yes, that's what it was.
Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Like, oh my God, that person, Sebastian, is so lucky in his life, right? When they see you're a success, they go, oh, he's so lucky. But the truth is, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. Exactly. You've got to do your homework. You've got to be prepared.
Learning and reading. And
absolutely.
Stuff.
And taking care of your body. And it's like, so all of these things that you do, okay, the gym, working on your physical body is going to pay you dividends down the road, especially when you're in your 80s. You want to be physically fit your whole life so that when you get to those elder years, you're still looking great.
You're still doing
it. I mean, look at Stallone and look at Schwarzenegger. They look fantastic for their age.
And they're still doing a lot.
And they're still pumping iron and making movies and all this stuff. Okay, if you want to have an extraordinary life, you've got to do extraordinary things.
Absolutely.
So it pays the dividends pay down the road. They pay later, right? I mean, they pay now, but they pay better even later. Okay?
Exactly.
And then the second thing is like, okay, you've got to work on your other muscle up here between your ears.
Yep.
Right. This muscle you work on by reading.
Yeah.
You work on it by thinking. You work on it by talking.
Yep.
You've got to take ideas and you've got to break them down.
Exactly.
You've got to dissect them into components and figure out how am I applying this in my life?
Yes.
How can I apply it better?
Yes.
That's the mindset of the day.
That is brilliant.
Amen.
I love that mindset too.
Amen.
That was good.
Thank you, Jim Rohn.
Yes, thank you, Jim Rohn. That's great.
Yeah.
I love that because that's what we're doing right now is we're reading things. He just gave me a book that he wants me to read. He has another book that he just finished. He just finished 2 books that he wants me to read. I'm on my last 2 chapters of my book that I'm still reading. So it's like,
hey, at least you're making progress.
But I'm trying, exactly. That's what counts.
You got to learn how to multitask. Like
I know.
Take it on the treadmill with you, baby.
Seriously. But it's like, and I feel like what I'm reading is helping benefit me for what I need to do and accomplish in my life and with my self-discipline. Like right now, it's with food.
Absolutely.
And that's something that I'm open to talk about is like, that's a mental thing. I'm reading a book about, it's called The Magic of Believing. It's about the power of your mind and how you can manifest things, but it's not just like a one-way street, like, oh, I wish it could happen. I wish every single day. No, it's like, I know this is going to happen. I'm stepping into that vibration. Like I'm in the frequency. Like I'm feeling like I already got it. So I'm accepting. I'm I'm thankful. Yeah. Thank you, God, for giving this for me. I know I'm going to get it. And then the second part of it is action. Like Tony Robbins says, take massive action every day to get what you want. Yeah, so reading things like this, it helps me to get disciplined with me because my struggle is food. Is eating too much and overeating for pleasure and whatever. And it's like it tastes all good, but then when I'm feeling bloated and I feel fat and disgusting and I don't feel like I'm going in the gym and I'm pushing myself in the gym, but it's like when it comes to the diet, I don't
You're not
push
getting
myself
connect-
as hard with the diet as the gym.
So you can't see
And
the
that
results.
has an internal conflict, exactly. And so
Yeah.
that gives me a conflict internally.
Yeah, at
And
least
so that helps me build the discipline to,
it does.
you know what?
Yeah.
It's not just about not being in front of food and not buying that. It's I have to be in front of it and say no. I have to have the discipline to be around people drinking
Yeah.
and say no.
But
You know?
I agree with what you're saying because you have to have that willpower, but it's easier to build up that willpower in small increments. And so,
Exactly.
so not having those cookies in front of you is
It
a
helps.
good start.
It helps you. Exactly.
Absolutely.
It
I won't
helps
buy
you.
the cookies in the store anymore. I used to buy them all the time, chocolate chip cookies.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love chocolate chip cookies, and I won't buy ice cream anymore because I love ice cream.
Yeah, that's how I am now.
So I
too,
don't keep
I'm
it in
not-
the house.
Exactly.
Listen,
exactly.
sometimes you got to keep the evil out of the house.
Exactly.
Even though those things are
But
good,
sometimes, yeah.
tastes like heaven, but you know what the consequence is, right? So it's
Yup.
evil to my stomach because that's where it
Exactly.
goes, you know. So, but and then
I think it's important not to keep
over-
the temptation.
over a period of time,
Yeah.
you'll be good.
Yeah, especially once you get used to it too,
Yeah.
and then you like the way the results make you feel, then it's like you don't even want that anymore. Then you want something different for
Right.
yourself. So it's like, oh, I'm not really craving that junk food, that shit. That's what it is.
No.
It's not good for you. You know, it's not. And so,
Right.
you know,
It's just a temporary indulgence because what happens is when you do eat those good yummy things, it releases chemicals in your brain that make you feel good. You know?
Yep.
And so by finding other ways to give yourself that good feeling, then that's how you find a win, right? Like we talked about those peanut butter cups that are made by Quest.
Yeah.
So when you want a treat, you can treat yourself to that.
Yeah.
That way you're
It's much
getting,
better for you.
you're
It's
getting
a much better option.
you're getting that gratification, but you're eating protein,
Exactly.
and it only has 1 gram of sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to have different options. Have healthier options for like if you have a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
It's replace a bad habit with a good habit.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so now we'll get into the spiritual tip of the day, which is the summary of the book of Daniel. Daniel was probably a teenager when he became one of the first inhabitants of Jerusalem to be seized and marched by the Babylonians into exile. His maturity exceeded his years, and he remained steadfast to the Lord at every point, diligently studying the scriptures, Daniel 9, 1-2, remaining close to his God-fearing friends, 2:17-18, and praying 3 times a day, 6:10.
Wow.
The Lord rewarded Daniel with political power to influence those around him, and most of all, with powerful revelations about the future. We can be just as faithful to the Lord as Daniel, especially if we follow his example of daily Bible study, fellowship, and prayer. Plus, we have all the prophecies of that the Lord gave him. We should study his prophetic announcements just as diligently as he studied the prophecies of Jeremiah. Daniel's predictions provide a blueprint for all biblical prophecy, and they infuse our hearts with hopeful longing for the events leading to the return of Christ. We can become people who live in the prophetic future. We even understand these things better than Daniel did because we have all the New Testament predictions to enlighten the picture. We also know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men. Daniel 4:25. The things of the earth will fade as we set our minds on one like the Son of Man coming with the clouds of heaven. His dominion is an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away. Daniel verse 7, 13-14. So the key theme of the book of Daniel is that we must serve God faithfully, remaining undefiled in a godless society, living prophetically in the future. Our key challenge. The kingdoms of this world will ultimately fade into the obscurity, but while we are here, enjoy the splendor of God's creation in sunrises, sunsets, starlit skies, lightning bolts, and more, reflecting upon the Lord's return and praying, even so come, Lord Jesus. Revelation verse 22:20. Our key verse. Blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. Daniel verse 2:20. Our key prayer. Lord, help me to faithfully live a life of service to you, regardless of my culture, where I live, or my circumstances, as I eagerly anticipate your return. And that is the summary of the book of Daniel.
Wow. So my key takeaway from that is that we need to embrace God's coming, his return, right? When Jesus comes back to become our king on earth and to set up the perfect kingdom forever, that's going to last forever and ever, is our reunion with God in the physical flesh, right? In physical body. Because right now we have God, the Holy Spirit, living within us. And we have a relationship with God this way, but we don't get to see him face to face. And when he comes, we're going to be able to see him face to face. But not only him, but also all of the saints who have gone before us, right? Like the great disciples, the people like Moses, like our ancient leaders in the faith, right? Abraham, Moses, right? Jacob, Israel, right? So and Daniel, right? And Joseph and King David and Solomon and like all of these amazing people, right? Samson, right? We'll be able to have conversations with all these people. And then there's other people like Albert Einstein and Elvis Presley. Yeah. Can you imagine having conversations with them? That would be so awesome, man. Like I just so look forward to all of that. So I think it's so easy for me, in my opinion, like it's so easy to anticipate God's second coming. And when I see the world and how jacked up it is, I mean, the world is really, really, really jacked up out there. Yeah. I think, please come soon. I'm trying to live my best life here and do like things the right way. And yeah, I sin. Yeah, I mess up. But I'm trying to live as good of a life as I can because I don't want to be living a simple life when God's coming back. I want him to judge me. I'm already forgiven. We're all forgiven, right? Yeah. But we still want to honor him. Right, for saving us, and for giving us a whole new life, for giving us eternal life, and because the Bible says, and this is we take this at stock value, like either we're going to be judged, and we're either forgiven, or we're gonna burn in hell, which is not. I mean, I just chuckled at that, like in a scary way, because I feel really bad for whoever's going to end up in that. Punishment, right? Eternal punishment, eternal separation from God, right? Eternal pain and suffering for making the wrong choices. And like today, for instance, man, I'm driving down in St. Augustine and I saw a girl with a bumper sticker, and this girl had pink hair and earrings on her face, and she had some bumper stickers that were like something about embracing sin and putting Jesus down. And I was like, wow, that's so anti-Christ. That's so anti-Christian. I'm like, wow, are you like really just a devil worshiper? Is that what you're doing? Like, I can't understand. This is the first time I've ever seen anything like that. And outside of the movies, right? Characters in movies. And I thought, wow, I mean, it really seems like we're getting to that point in society where there's people actually embracing the devil. There's actually a video game, the devil. There's a devil video game that's on Xbox. Yeah. And then you have TV shows like Diablo or whatever, Lucifer, and they try to make him like a good character. They make him like a good character, right? Yeah, they try to lighten it. Yeah. You know, so like they're trying to make people actually embrace the devil. You know? Yeah. And so like, wow, they're really turning things upside down. And the Bible does predict that. I feel like it says that in the end times they will call good evil and they will call evil good. Yeah. So when you see things like this happening, it's like, guys, these are signs. They said be aware of the signs. Yeah. Anyway, so when I hear that, I find me, because I feel like us, because we're saved, we have the ability to rejoice. Like, hey, I can see where this is all going. Yeah. I've already read the good book. The Bible says in Revelations that God wins. So if you're camping out thinking that and I know nobody here in this audience is camping out for the devil, because if you're here, it's because you're a Christian, you believe. And but those people that are out there, I feel really sorry for them. We have to continue praying for them. We have a confident expectation that we're going to be on the right side of things, right? The Revelation tells us, here's the end of the story. The end of the story is we win.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of what Daniel's talking about. This summary of Daniel's talking about that. Like, we already know that we won, and so it's something to be praiseworthy about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so the Entrefluential tip of the day. So I have I've just finished wrapping up. Sebastian and I both finished wrapping up 3, which is business growth plan, which has 3 modules that explains everything about building your business from scratch, starting at the very beginning, and all of the components that you should have, from the beginning idea of creating a business all the way to a mature business, and then down the road we'll talk to you about amplifying your business, right? Not amplifying your message, amplifying your business so that you can turn it into an enterprise. But that's going to be in a course that's going to be called Ignite Your Fire. That's down the road. But I tell you what a mature business looks like, all the different components, all the different departments. So today I thought I would talk to you a little bit about what's in there, give you a teaser, like pull the curtain back and show you what's inside of that course package. Right. And I'm going to specifically get down to one element that we're going to teach. And I'm going to put this on Student Saturdays. I'm going to put this as a blog post on our website at entrefluential.club. So I like to use the analogy of a hand to illustrate what your business comprises, your business looks like. In the middle of your hand, you have the center, the core, right? This is your leadership team. And for a small business, for a startup business, this is just you, right? Maybe just you and the leadership team, right? But the hand, the center of the business controls all of the extensions, right? Your fingers are the extensions, right? So if you think about all of these are different departments, what departments do you need to have in a mature business? In a very early beginning business, like when I opened up my appraisal firm, my real estate appraisal firm, I had to wear all the hats. I did all the things, all the functions. Yeah. All of these departments were me. I was one thing. Wow. And a lot of small businesses operate that way. A lot of them do, and that's fine. But if you grow, if you want to expand, then you're going to end up separating these into different components, right? So here they are. So one major component is going to be sales and marketing. Why sales and marketing? Because they are responsible, that department is responsible for bringing in business, right? You need business. If you don't have clients, then you have no business. Mm-hmm. You're going to be out of business. That's right. The second thing that you need is an operations team. And the operations team's job, I'm gonna compartmentalize operations and customer service because they kind of go hand in hand. And their job is to fulfill your promises to the audience that you're bringing in, your customers, right? So if you produce a product, let's say you create cell phones. Well, the operations team is making the phones and distributing them to the people who bought them, right? If you are a service-based business, let's say you own a landscaping business, right? Lawn care. Yeah. Well, the operations team are the ones that go out and mow the lawn, right? Trim the trees. So that's a service. Yeah. Right. So operations is fulfillment, and I'm going to put customer service in there too. That can become 2 different departments down the road. Sales and marketing can be 2 different departments down the road. In big companies, they are, but in small companies, they're just individual departments. Mm-hmm. Right. So you got sales and marketing, operations, and customer service, taking care of problems, making sure your customers are happy. Doing client rewards programs to bring back continuing business. Yes. Right. Then the third component is going to be your accounting department, accounting and finance. Why? Because you need money and you need to track your money as it comes in the business and as it goes out to pay for expenses, income and expenses. So your accounting department will do income and expense reports, profit and loss reports. You should be looking at your income and expenses as a team on a monthly basis to make sure that things are flowing properly. Yeah. So you don't want to wait too long to find out there's a problem in your business. That's right. So monthly reports and departmental meetings talk about what's going on. And then also finance will help make investments or borrow money because you need working capital to make your business work. And plus, you should be always investing in research and development. So finance department helps you get that money. And also, if you're really productive and you're making a lot of money, then your finance department can look at where you can invest that money in other businesses to diversify your income so you don't put all your eggs in one basket. Because if the market dries up and your sole source of income is this business that you're producing, now how are you going to keep your business open? So like if your finance department is, let's say that you have a lot of surplus money, let's say you have $1 million in revenue, and you take that $1 million of revenue, and let's say you put half of it, like $500,000, in the bank account. The other $500,000 you invest in real estate, right? You go buy a commercial office building, and you use one of the office spaces for yourself, but you rent out the other office spaces in that building. Well, now you've got cash flow coming in. So if your business goes slow, you still got cash flow from those tenants that are renting the other spaces in your building. Right. So that's how you use finance, right, to diversify your portfolio, diversify your assets. So we already covered sales and marketing. We covered operations and customer service. We covered accounting and finance. Then you have human resources. Human resources gathering your people to work for you. That's an ongoing thing, and making sure that they're performing adequately so that human resources will do assessments, right? Performance evaluations. And then you have your legal department. And your legal department is going to ensure that everybody's following the terms and conditions, the policies and the procedures. Terms and conditions applies to your customers. Are there any issues with the products or services that you're selling? Well, let's look at the terms and conditions because that's what they accepted when they accepted your product or your service. That's right. Policies and procedures are internal. Are your employees following your policies and your procedures for getting things done, right? And the legal department is also responsible for drafting up contracts because you're going to be engaging in multiple contracts. You're going to be engaging with contracts with your third-party service providers, the people who you buy supplies from. You have contracts for the properties that you rent or purchase, right? You have intellectual property contracts, right? So like if you create something and you let other people use your intellectual property, then you have a contract for them to utilize that, right? So they have a license to use your intellectual property. Then you have trademarks and copyrights. So if you have your own logo for your business, you want to trademark that logo, your attorney will help you do that, right? If you draft something, you create a book to talk about the services that you provide, then you want to have a copyright on that book to protect you from somebody else coming and taking your intellectual property. So that's the legal department is responsible for those things. And also the lawyers for your legal department will ensure that you're following the regulations established at your municipal level, which is your local. You have your state level, and then you have federal laws. And so the legal department does compliance to ensure that you are following the regulations, that everybody is licensed who needs the license. So we have a real estate business. Guess what? Real estate agents they need a license. So your legal department will ensure that everybody has their licenses, that they have their MLS accounts and so forth. Make sure you stay in compliance so you don't get fined. So those are the departments. Now today I want to just walk through your sales and marketing department. How do you set up a sales and marketing system in a new business? So the step one is going to be identify your target market. The target market could be a 1, 3, or 5 mile radius, right? And it depends on, so I heard this statistic. People will spend their whole lives in a neighborhood. They won't go past 20 miles ever in their whole lifetime of living in a community. They buy everything they need within 20-mile radius. Wow. That I think has changed now with Amazon and shopping online, but that was the standard probably for many, many years. Wow. So if that's true about people like staying within a 20-mile radius, then you as a business should have no problem with starting at a 1 mile radius, then extending out to 3 and then to 5 as you grow. You want to start really close to your immediate location and then expand out as you're able to service more and more people with your products or services. You can expand out, right? So 135 mile radius, and then you want to look at your demographics. What's the makeup, the composition of the people that live inside of that 135 mile radius? What are their interests? Where are they shopping? What are they buying? Who are the competitors that you have in your marketplace that you're going to be competing with? Identify 3 main competitors that you're going to go up against, and figure out where they're advertising, what are they offering to your ideal client avatar, and how can you make it better? How can you make yours better for your client base? That ties into the second thing. The second thing that you want to do is develop a unique selling proposition. And a unique selling proposition just says, why would it be better for me to go buy Sebastian's stuff than John's stuff? Right? That's your unique selling proposition. Whatever that extra thing that Sebastian's going to do is your unique selling proposition. The third thing you want to do is open up a website. If you're going to be conducting business, majority of business is done online today. And so a website becomes your storefront and the opportunity for them to do their research on you to make sure that you're a good fit for what they want.
Yeah.
So have a website, then you're going to have to market that website. And you can do that by creating paid ads and creating what's called content marketing. So organic marketing. So you write blog posts, you write social media posts, you create YouTube videos. That's a huge thing now.
Yep.
I recommend that you create at least 1 video per day for your business. I know that's a tall order. I'd be happy for you to start with 1 a week. Okay. I'd be happy if you started with 1 a month, because I know a lot of people are afraid to get in front of the camera, but you got to do it. And if you can get to the point where you're making 1 a day, think about that. You're probably not going to do it every single day of the year. You have 365 days.
Yeah.
But if you did it, let's say if you did it 350 days, that's 350 videos that are going to be out there selling your products or services.
Yep.
And you're going to have, it's the law of averages, right? The more people who see your stuff, the more sales you're going to make. You got to get exposure. So create valuable content. Number 5, leverage social media. I just talked about how you can leverage social media by creating social media posts that talk about organic content, which is thought leadership content. What I'm doing right now, this is a good meta example of creating content and sharing with an audience. I'm telling you how to set up your sales and marketing system. I'm showing you that I know something about businesses and how to set up an entrepreneurial endeavor. And so you should be doing the same thing too, right? Take something that you could talk about. If your thing is lawn care, talk about how often you should water your grass. Talk about what's the proper way of trimming a palm tree. Those are things that if I have a palm tree, I want to know how my palm tree should be cared for. Yeah. Right? If I got succulents, I want to know how my succulents should be cared for. Perennials. If I have perennials, I want to know how my perennials should be cared for. So gather that information, and now you can use Chat GPT to write your articles for you, and then you can create videos using that content, which I'm doing, which is what I did yesterday. I took Chat GPT, said, hey, write me an original blog post about the evolution of, I said, write it about the history of business education in America. It came back and said, here's the evolution of business education. And I took that content and created a video and put it on YouTube. So right now, I did that yesterday. It's got over 150 views already. So you could do that, and you should do that. All right. So the next thing that you need to do is implement a lead capture system. Now, what a lead capture system is you say, hey, I've got this valuable resource, and I'll give you this as an example. Let's say you use this weekly marketing checklist. If I take this weekly marketing checklist and I say, hey, if you want this weekly marketing checklist for real estate agents, then go to johnwtanner.com/resources, and you'll be able to download it. Guess what's going to happen when you go to johnwtanner.com/resources? Don't really do that because I haven't set it up yet. I'm just using it as an example. What happens is you'll go there and you'll see, click here to download your weekly marketing checklist. And when you click on that button, you get redirected to a website that I created, a landing page that I create, where you have to give me your name and your email address. And when you do that, then you download this weekly marketing checklist that I created. Now I get your name and email address. I know that you're interested in marketing to real estate clients because you downloaded my weekly marketing checklist for real estate agents. Now I can market to you because I have your email address with content that you will like that's similar to that. That is a lead capture system. Not only that, but you can set up Facebook ads to target people who went to your website. So by sharing your website, when I create content on YouTube and I put on there, for more information, go to entrefluential.club, guess what? I can create a Facebook advertising campaign specifically targeting people who are interested in business ownership who went to my website.
Wow.
Sebastian, if somebody went to your website, do you think that they're probably interested in what you have to offer?
Absolutely.
There's at least
Definitely.
there's at least a 50-50 chance, right?
Yeah.
50-50 chance. Yeah, either they like it or they don't like it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you know that they showed some interest because they went to your website.
Exactly.
So would it be better to spend your money advertising to people who already went to your website, they took the initiative to go to your website,
yeah.
versus marketing to cold traffic who's never seen you before?
Yeah, because they were already interested in my product, so they want to get it.
They showed some interest, right?
Exactly.
And so you probably have a better chance of converting that person as opposed to converting somebody who's never heard of you before.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
So retargeting based on people who've gone to your webpage is a better ad spend to generate traffic. So that's how you can implement a lead capture system and generate business, right? Start leading them towards a conversion. That's putting them in your sales funnel. When you have an email address, now you can constantly market to them. You can send them your newsletter and send them offers, promotional offers, discounts. Right? Right now would be a great time to send out an Easter promotion. So for my real estate business, I'm not doing this, but I should do this, is send out a promotion that says, anybody who signs up now before Easter, if you want to list your property with me, I will do it for a 1% listing fee, only from now until Easter, right? If somebody's thinking about selling and they've been thinking about calling me to sell, and I tell them I'll do it for 1% versus 3%, then that's equivalent of $10,000 in savings if you're selling a $500,000 house.
Wow.
So I'm offering them $10,000. That would push them towards calling me right now.
Yep.
Instead of next week, right?
Absolutely.
So those kind of deals are valuable to get content like immediately, to get deals immediately.
Yeah, they're gonna want to save that money.
Yeah, who
want
is?
to take advantage of
Why
that
would you
right
turn
away.
away $10,000?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Yeah, and the last thing, my last thing for you to do when you set up your sales and marketing team system is to measure your marketing. By measure, I say you're going to look at your key performance indicators. You're going to see how many clicks did you get, right? We call that CPM. CPM stands for cost per mil. Mil is Latin for thousand. So it's done in the thousands, cost per thousand, cost per mil, CPM, cost per thousand. So how many clicks did you get? What was your CPM, your cost per mil, cost per thousand? What was your click-through rate? What was your conversion? How many people actually bought? You got 1,000 visitors. How many bought? Right? That's going to be important with your marketing message.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have 1,000 people view it, but only 10 bought it, your numbers are low. Your goal should be at least a 30% conversion. That would be ideal. 30% conversion is great. Okay. And if you're shooting less than that, you got to figure out why your marketing message is falling on deaf ears.
Yeah.
So revise that. And that's it. That's how you set up your sales and marketing system. Get it online, gather leads, capture those leads, continue to market to those leads to warm them. Cold traffic is somebody who doesn't know who you are. You got to ramp them up. There's something called the brand ramp. Yeah. And that ramp is recognize, articulate, memorize, and prefer. You want to ramp up your people until they go from being a cold lead to a hot lead, ready to buy your product or service. And then you need to close them. You need to sell them, convert them. And you can do that by offering promotions. You can do that by having conversations with them, giving them some kind of incentive, diagnose what their issue is that they need, and then prescribe a solution and let them choose to buy that product or service that you're offering, right? Make the close.
Yes.
Anyway, that's your sales and marketing system. I hope you found that valuable, and we'll go through the other departments in future episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I hope you enjoyed that. But listen, if you don't want to wait to over the next several weeks to hear these different components, then feel
Buy it
free
all right
to
now.
go buy it right now on Udemy. Go check out Up 3 Business Growth Plan. It's there for you, ready for you to enroll to get maximum exposure to like the blueprint for starting your business.
Yes. All right.
That
was good. That was great.
Thank you. I really enjoyed it. That's it. That's our last tip for the day. And I don't have anything else.
All right. Like we always finish off.
Yes. Go out there and amplify your message. And go read some books.
And go read some books. Start reading a new book. Yeah.
Did you ever watch Nacho Libre?
Yeah, go read some books.
Go read some books.
Run along.
Go read some books. Go read some books. What are you still doing here? Why are you here still? Go get some books. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista, Germinator.
Germinator. Germinator. Not a Germinator. Don't be a Terminator. Be a Germinator.
Hasta la vista, Germinator.
Hasta la vista, baby. See you guys.
All right.
Bye-bye. Bye, you guys. Bye-bye.